أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to today's class. I'm going to select student N6124 to recite the opening prayer. Assalamu alaikum. N6124.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Could you please recite, so I'm going to get you to recite two. Could you recite this one over here first?
Yes. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما.
Jazakallah. And the translation, please.
O my Lord, increase me in my knowledge.
Brilliant. And the next one for me, please.
Allahumma inni as'aluka imana fiya.
Jazakallah. Ilman nafi'a. Jazakallah. So you are N6124, yes?
Yes.
Okay, Jazakallah. Very well read. Okay, so what we're going to do in today's lesson, just before I go on, some of you have your video on, I think, by accident. So the way to check is to make sure in the left-hand corner, you'll see a little icon that says video. So make sure there's a big red line through it. That will show you that your video isn't on. So just keep checking that throughout the class. It does sometimes come on. So please make sure that your video is off. We don't need the video facility in this class. Jazakumullah. So I had a listen to yesterday's class, and I understand that you did a bit of revision of some of the rules that you've learnt in lesson 1, 20 most common errors. So I am going to do a very quick recap, quick fire round, and I'm going to choose some volunteers hopefully to answer some questions. So as far as yesterday's quiz went, you are currently tied. So Nasirat have 7 and Atfal have 7 points as well. So the score is tied at the moment. It could go either way. So we'll see how we do in today's class. So the first question I want to ask, and this is going to be first come, first serve. So whoever is first to put their hand up and can give me the correct answer, they will get that point. So the first question I want to ask, and I want someone from Nasirat to answer this question. So hands all down at the moment. Let me clear them all. Yeah, so hands are all down. First question is, what are the 3 madda letters? Huruf al-madda, 3 madda letters from Nasirat. So I think the first one I saw was N6105. So I'm going to give the mic to N6105. Assalamu alaikum. N6105, can you please tell me what the 3 madda letters are?
Ya, Waw, and Alif.
Excellent, Jazakallah. So you've just earned a point for your team. That's 1 point for Nasirat. Let me just write that down. Okay, second question is going to be for student from Atfal to answer again. First hand up. How do you recognize a alif madda? How do you recognize an alif madda? I think A5105 had their hand up first. Okay, A5105, how do you recognize an alif madda?
A constant kind, the fatha stroke comes before it.
Excellent, brilliant, very well done, Jazakallah. So you two are on a roll at the moment for your teams. So 1 point for Atfal and 1 point for Nasirat. Next question is, let's do this for 2 points. This is open to Nasirat and Atfal. How do you recognize a ya madda? Okay, I'm going to take N6131 was first, I think. N6131. Okay, N6131, Assalamu alaikum. How do you recognize a ya madda?
The ya has a sukoon on it, and the letter before it has a kasra on it.
Excellent, well done, Jazakallah. So that's 1 point for Nasirat. So Nasirat are leading. Let's see if Atfal can catch up. Find a question, you can probably guess what this is going to be. How do you recognize a waw madda? Okay, let's have someone different this time. Let's have A5119. Let me find you. Okay, Assalamualaikum. A5119. How do you recognize a waw madda?
I'm not sure.
Not sure. Do you want to give it to A5127 or N6127?
Yeah, I'd like to give it to N6127.
Okay, N6127. How do you recognize a waw madda?
It has a dhamma before it.
Yep, excellent. So the consonant before will carry the stroke of dhamma. Jazakillah. So again, that's another point to Nasirat. So Nasirat are now in the lead with 2 points extra. Okay, let's move on. So let me just pull up the PowerPoint. So just a reminder, in case some of you were struggling with that. Our 3 madda letters, they are alif, waw, and ya. We prolong for 2 seconds. How do we recognize them? So you can see, let me just move that. So you can see over here, we've got the alif madda. The way we recognize it's an alif madda is because the letter before is carrying the stroke of fatha. So always remember, alif makes an R sound, so it's preceded by a fatha, which also creates that R sound. And then we have over here, we've got the ya, and we recognize this as a ya madda because it's got the kasra. So ya makes the E sound, and kasra also makes the E sound. And then we've got dhamma, and we've got waw sakin. And we know this is a waw madda because it's got the stroke of dhamma before. And the way to remember this is because they both produce the u sound. So r, e, and u. If that's helpful for you, that will hopefully enable you to remember the 3 situations and how to recognize them. So just remember, alif is fatha, ya is kasra, and waw is dhamma. Okie doke. So let's move on very quickly. So again, I'm going to give Atfal a chance this time. So this is only going to be open to Atfal students. I want you to tell me what the 2 lean letters are. A5107. Okay. A5107. Could you tell me what the 2 lean letters are?
Alif and ya.
Not alif and ya. You've got half. You've got half there. So I'm going to give it to someone else. So you've got ya, which is correct. I think A5124 can help you out. Let's find A5124. Okay, A5124, what's the other lean letter apart from ya?
Is it waw?
Wow, excellent. And can you tell me what sign do the waw and the ya carry in lean letters?
Is it waw sakin on your
Yeah. Excellent, well done, Jazakallah, very good. So that is a point to Atfal. So I'm slowly losing track of the points, but I have written them down and I'll hopefully give you a total towards the end of the class. But I think Nasirat are still slightly in the lead, but we'll carry on and we'll see how it goes throughout the lesson. So again, very quick recap of lean letters, waw and ya sakin, and again 2 seconds prolongation. And if we come to the example, so you can see the way that we spot the waw lean or ya lean, we know that the consonant before it carries the fatha stroke. So in both cases, it's the fatha stroke because when you join them together, it's a very soft, rounded sound. So in this example, Yawmiddin and Quraysh. So just remember with madda letters, remember the fatha, dhamma, and kasra, and then with the lean letters, remember it's just a fatha before the 2 lean letters. But most importantly, so this is just to test your understanding of terminology and all that, but most importantly, just remember it's 2 seconds prolonging on madda and lean letters. Okay, that was very well done. Again, Nasirat are slightly in the lead still, but hopefully Atfal can catch up. We are going to move on very quickly to, again, it's recap of lessons we've done previously. But it's going to be regarding a different type of prolongation. So we're looking at mad saghir and mad kabir. So we have got in front of us the first of the 2 things that we're looking at today. So we've got medium long stretch, which is mad saghir. And you can see on the screen, it is 3 to 5 seconds that we're prolonging, which means that minimum is 3 seconds prolonging. So you want it to be longer than the madda or the lean letter. and the most you want it to be is about 5 seconds. And we're going to see how it compares to the other stretch sound, which is Mad Kabir, and that is 4 to 6 seconds. So again, you've all come across this in your recitation. I'm sure you all know how long you're supposed to be prolonging for. We are going to see how you do in your competition today. So I'm going to get half to read from the first column, and then I'll get the other half to read from the second column. So let's have, so I've got the specific students that I want to give the mic to. So the first one I want to give the mic to is A5108, who is going to be representing Atfal in this first part. So let's have A5108. Assalamu alaikum. A5108. Seems to be muted. There's an issue unmuting A5. A5108. Okay, assalamu alaikum. A5108. You are now unmuted now, hopefully. So could you please read this first column, paying attention to making sure that you're prolonging it for the right amount of time. So if you start with the first example over here.
Allati an'abtu.
Excellent, well done. And the next one.
Ku anfusakum.
Little bit of a mistake here. What do you think you've done on the fa? So it's a dhamma stroke, but how long do you think you read it for?
2 seconds.
Yeah, so try again for me.
Ku anfusakum.
Excellent, well done. And the next one.
Sari'u ila.
Well done. And the next one.
Yarahu ahadun.
Try again, just at the end you made the heart a bit too long.
Yarahu ahadun.
Well done. And the next one.
Ya bani adama.
Well done. And the final one.
Ya ayyuha.
Excellent. Well done. Very good. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 points that you've earned for your team. So Jazakallah. That was very well read. So let's put 6 points in brackets. Okay. Now I'm going to select N6124. Have a look. N6124. Okie doke. Assalamu alaikum. N6124.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Could you do exactly the same, just reading this column for me now?
I've already had a shot.
It's all right. You can have another read. It's fine.
Bima
Try again for me.
Bima
Yep.
Zila
Yep. Well done. And the next one.
Latia
So this is alif, and you're joining with the lam mushaddad. So Allah.
Latia
Again, this over here. This has just got a sukoon on it. So allati.
Allati Anhamtu.
Yep. Next one. So this is an example of a lean letter. So you've got ya lean. So ya lean. So you've got ya with a sukoon, and the letter before has got the fatha stroke on it. So the way you read it when you join it is ghay. 2 seconds, okay?
Gai Ni Ahadan.
Yeah, well done. Only thing is, because we're looking at mad saghir, at least 3 seconds. So on the ha should be ghaybihi, a little bit longer on the ha, okay?
Ghaibihi
Yep. And the end part?
Ahadan.
Well done. And the next one?
إلى أهله
Yep. And the next one?
يدعى إلى
And the last one?
ما أدراك
Well done. Just read it again for me all together.
ما أدراك
Excellent. Well done. Jazakillah. So you are N6124. I'm going to award one less point just because I think A5108 was a little bit better because he was a bit more fluent. N6124, you fell down over here just when you were joining the blank alif to the lam. But otherwise it was generally okay. The prolongation was okay. But just over here you tripped up a little bit, but not to worry. That's still 5 points that you got for Nasirat. So we are going to move on to the next slide, and as I mentioned, we are looking at, on this one, just revising the extra long stretch, which is Mad Kabir. So I'm going to choose this time from Atfal. Let me have a look at my list. Okay. Assalamualaikum. A51011. Assalamualaikum. Are you there? A51011. Okay, let's try someone else. Let's have A5120. Okay, A5120. Okay, A5120. Assalamualaikum. A5120. Oh, you're not muted. There seems to be a problem. Okay, A5120, can you hear me? No? Okay, let's try someone else then. Let's have, who's got their hand up? Let's have A5108. Seems to be a bit of an issue with the mics. Okay, I'm going to try a different student. Yeah, there seems to be an issue with the unmuting. Okay, let's have A5116. A5116, can you hear me? Assalamualaikum. Can I get you? Oh, sorry, I had A5108 last time. So could you please read A5116, this column over here?
Okay.
Okay.
Tuzaruhunna.
So over here, when you join this Mad Kabir with this Ra, because the Ra's got a shadda on it, we're going to hold the sound a little bit to put more emphasis. So, Tuzaruhunna. Try again.
Tuzaruhunna.
Yep, and the next one.
Alhaqatu.
And the next one.
Allahu.
So you're going to prolong this a little bit longer.
Allahu.
And the next one.
Allama. Allama.
The way that you're going to read this one, you're going to read it individually. So, Alif, Lam, Mim.
Alif, Lam, Mim.
Well done. And the next one.
Sama.
So again, when you're reading this combination, the way that it's written, it's often it will be at the start of a few chapters of the Holy Quran. So when you join it all together, you read it as Tasim. So try again, reading the actual letters.
Tasim.
Yep, well done. And the next one.
Haja.
Well done. Excellent. Jazakallah. So did you understand what you did wrong in these ones specifically? Just
Yes.
remember, you're reading the actual letter. So this is the start of Surah Baqarah. And again, we've got examples in this row where you're going to read the full letter unless it's got the vertical fatha on it. Okay? Okay, Jazakallah. So you are A5116. Let me just put you on mute. This time I'm going to choose from Nasirat N6119. 9. Okay, N6119. Could you please read this column for me?
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Could you read this column for me, please?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم جان ما الحاقة والصافات حميم كاف هيا عين صاد.
So over here, it was almost there. You were right in reading these letters, but here, remember the ha's got vertical fatha and the ya does as well. So, kaf, ha, ya, ain, sad.
Okay. Kaf ha ya ain swad.
Well done. So just remember when you're reading it all together, to do it all in one breath. Okay? Okay. And the next one for me, please.
Hafina.
Little bit longer here. So remember we've got an example of ya madda. So 2 seconds on the ya.
Okay. Hafina.
Excellent. Jazakallah. So that was very well read. Thank you, N6119. For this one, I'm going to give slightly more points to Nasrat, just because I think N6119 did a little bit better. Okay, so let's move on. So hopefully, can you please raise your hand if that's clear to you? So you understand the medium long stretch and extra long stretch. Okay, brilliant. So you've got lots of hands going up. Again, it is very straightforward. Just gets a little bit tricky, especially when the mad saghir or mad kabir is followed by a letter which carries a shadda, because you've got to remember to not only prolong it, but also put extra emphasis on the letter that follows. So just bear that in mind. We've got quite a few different examples now, so this is where the competition might get a little bit tougher. Let's have then, for back to Atfal, I'm going to have A510. Look at my list. Okay, I'm going to have A5128, I think. Assalamu alaikum. A5128.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. So could you please read this first box for me over here? And just remember, so this is 3 to 5 seconds over here and also over here.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وما أمروا إلا ليعبدوا الله.
Excellent. Well done. That was really well read. And the next line over here, please.
ما له أخلده.
Almost there. Just over here, this kha, it's got a sukoon on top of it. So it's not a dhamma. So it'll be akhladahu. Okay, so try again for me.
Malahu aghladahu.
Well done. And the next one.
Fi ahlihi.
Well done. Just again over here, so on the ha, remember 2 seconds. Fi ahlihi.
Fi ahlihi.
Well done. And this one over here. So before you read it, how do you think you're going to read these 3 letters? So you've got lam and mim and sad. How do you think you're going to read it?
All long.
Yep, you're going to read all of them long. Are you going to just read the sound of each letter, or are you going to read the full letter? So are you going to read the lam as a la or as a lam?
La. Full letter.
As a lam, yep. So the way you read it is alif lam mim sad. But again, remember mim has got the shadda on it. So not only are you going to make it at least 4 to 6 seconds, you're going to put extra emphasis on it because of the shadda. Okay? So try the start for me.
Alif lam mim sad.
Almost there. So again, what the prolongation, little bit longer. So a little bit, because remember this is mad kabir, so it's longer than this smaller one here. This is at least 4 seconds. So alif lam mim sad. Try that for me.
Alif lam mim sad.
So your letters were perfect. This alif though, just remember it's a blank alif. This one doesn't have any mud on it. It's just alif. So don't make the alif long, just the lam, mim and the sad. So read one last time for me.
Allah.
Alif, lam.
Alif lam mim sad.
Almost there. Okay, jazakallah. And just read the end of this for me.
Kitabun unzila ilayka.
Excellent. Well done, jazakallah. That was very well read. Just keep working on these ones over here. They can be a bit tricky, but once you know how to read it, the second thing that you have to focus on is the shadda stroke, which often appears there. So just remember when you've got that shadda stroke, especially in the middle of all of these letters with the mad kabir, extra emphasis on the meme. Okay, so Jazakallah A5128. Let's see who your competitor is going to be. So I think I'm going to give it to, I don't think I can unmute. N6123, don't think you've got a microphone that I can unmute. So I'm going to have a go with N1229. Look if I can find you. No, it doesn't seem to be there. Okay, let's have N6105. Okay, Asankum. N6105, could you please read this side of the page for me?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم را.
So again, when you're reading this one, this alif is just going to be read as an alif. This lam, we're going to read it as if it's a full lam. So not the la, but alif lam mim ra. So this ra, we're not going to read it as a simple ra letter because it's got the vertical fatha. That's going to be 2 seconds. But this lam and this mim, we're reading them as the whole letter. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so have a go again for me, please.
Alif lam mim ra.
Yeah, brilliant. Well done. And just finish it off for me.
Tilka ayatul kitabi.
Excellent. And the next one.
Al-ana wa qad asayta qablu.
Well done. And the last one.
حتى إذا أقلت سحابا ثقالا.
So just over here, hatta, make it a little bit longer, and this would be either. So the sound that you're prolonging is the alif sound. So إذا أقلت سحابا ثقالا. So read that again for me, remembering to put extra time on that ta.
حتى إذا
إذا. So not إذا. Just imagine that's the alif madda there. But you're also putting extra time because it's got the mad saghir. So either, not separate letters, but either.
إذا أقلت سحابا ثقالا.
Excellent, well done, Jazakallah. So that was very well read again. So that was N6105. Okie doke, let's move on. So for that round, I've given equal points to both Nasirat and Atfal. Let's move on to the next page. So this time I want N6123 if I can find her. No, so she's disappeared. Okay, I'll go back to Atfal then. A5. Put your hand up if you've not been given the mic this lesson. Let me just clear that. So if you've not had it this lesson, if you're from Atfal. Okay, I'm going to give it to A5127. Okay, A5127, Assalamu alaikum. Could you start from this side of the sheet then for me, please?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الناس إن كنتم.
Well done. And the next one?
فلتتبعاني.
Almost there. So this lam, remember this is an alif madda, so when you're joining it, 2 seconds. So wala.
ولا تتبعاني.
Well done. The other point was, so when you're prolonging this, 4 to 6 seconds, but then again, extra emphasis on the noon with the shadda. So wala tattabi'ani.
Okay.
Try one more time for me.
ولا تتبعاني.
Excellent, very good. And the next one, please.
في أسباء.
Well done. And this one. Did you read that as a meme?
No. في أسماء.
Well done. Again, just remember more time on here because it's mad saghir. So 3 seconds, okay? في أسماء. Okay, and yeah, go on. Okay, and this final example.
أولئك الأغلال في أعناقهم.
Well done. And over here, why do you think we only read the alif for 1 second? Why are we ignoring this waw over here? That's for a bonus point if you can tell me.
Because it has no sign on it.
Excellent, well done. So that's a blank waw, which we covered. So we are just going to pronounce the stroke of the dhamma. Okay, well done, Jazakallah. That was really well read. So that currently gives Atfal with the bonus point. That's going to be 5 points. And so this was out of 4, and this one's going to be out of 4 as well. So let's see how Nasirat do. This time I would like to choose... if I can find them, I've had N6105 already. Let's try. Okay, let's have N6104. Assalamu alaikum. N6104? N6104, can you hear me?
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Could you please read this side of the page for me?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا والقرآن الحكيم.
So over here, what mistake do you think you might have made? So it's in pronouncing the scene. How do you think you should read it? So the ya was fine. So you've done it 2 seconds because of the vertical fatha. But the scene, we're not going to read it as sa. We're reading the full letter. So yasin. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. The rest was fine. And the next one for me, please.
وينقلب إلى أهله مسرورا.
Well done. And the next one.
ربنا هؤلاء أضلونا فاتهم.
So 2 points. Over here, we are prolonging the lam alif as a whole. So this alif is not going to be read as a separate letter. So that's going to be Rabbana ha'ula'i, not ula'i, because the lam and alif, they are connected to one another. So ula'i for 4 to 6 seconds, okay?
Okay.
And also over here, so I think you read it as fatihim. But remember, this fa has got a separate stroke, and this alif has got its own stroke of vertical fatha. So when you read it, it's going to be fa'atihim. So try the whole thing again for me.
ربنا هؤلاء أضلونا فاتهم.
So again, the same thing again.
Sorry.
So lam is going to be ula'i, not ula'i, ula'i, and this is fa'atihim. So read once more.
Okay. ربنا هؤلاء أضلونا فآتهم.
Excellent, well done, Jazakallah. So that is your representation from Nasirat. And that was... Ooh. Just put your hand up again if you just read. I think that was N6104. Yeah, that's N6104, that's fine. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to the next page. I'm very impressed so far with the standard of recitation. I think a lot of you are paying more attention to making sure you're giving the correct amount of time to the strokes. So in comparison to week 1 and week 2, I'm very happy to say that a lot of you have really been able to give the correct amount of importance to prolonging things in the right way. So that's really lovely to see. So inshallah, again, that improvement will continue. I'm going to choose this time. Let's see if she's here. N6. Okay. N6120, are you there?
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. You haven't read yet today, have you?
No.
Okay, that's fine. So could you please come on and start from this side this time, and then we'll choose at the file for the other column.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قلنا للملائكة اسجدوا لآدم.
Excellent, really well read. And then could you read this one for me?
المجيد
Well done. And this one for me.
بسوء.
Well done. Okay, so yeah, if you read this final one for me.
فلا راد لفضله.
Well done. So that was almost there. Again, because of the dal, just be aware of that when you're joining the ra. It's got to join directly, but also extra emphasis. So, فَلَا رَادَّ لِفَضْلِهِ. It is a bit difficult, but just lots of practice on joining those two together. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, Jazakallah. That was really, really well read. So, that was N6120. And she's going to get 4 points for that, for Nasirat, so well done. Let's move on to Atfal. So let's have a look. If you've not been picked at all this lesson and you're Atfal, let's see what we've got. Okay, let's have A5111 this time. Okay, Assalamu alaikum. A5111. Could you please read from here?
Yes. وما أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وما ننزلها إلا بقدر.
So you're almost there. Over here, this ha, it's got the inverse dhamma. So the sound is going to be an all sound, and also you're prolonging for at least 3 seconds. So وَمَا نُنَزِّلُهُ, at least 3 seconds there. Okay? And also over here, إِلَّا, so remember this is alif madda, إِلَّا بِقَدَرٍ. إِلَّا بِقَدَرٍ. So read the whole thing again for me, please.
وما ننزله إلا بقدر.
Almost again a few mistakes. So ننزل and then ننزله. So this is 3 to 5 seconds. وما ننزله إلا بقدر. So I think either the qaf or the dal was too long. Remember, this is just kasra, fatha, fatha, and then kasratain. So this is just all 1 second each. وما ننزله إلا بقدر. So try again for me.
وما
ننزل.
ننزله إلا بقدر.
Well done. Again, just over here. So this lam, remember it's got a shadda. So when you join it, it's going to have extra emphasis on it. إلا بقدر. Okay, let's move to the this example over here.
وجاوزنا ببني إسرائيل.
Excellent, very well read. And then this one.
قال ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا.
Excellent, very good. So your last two ones were really well read. Jazakallah. So that was A5111. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Let's see how much we can get through because we are coming towards the end of the lesson. So I would like another student from Nasirat that's not been picked. Okay, let's have N6102. N6102. Okay, Assalamu alaikum. N6102, could you please read this first example for me?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ونادى أصحاب الجنة.
Well done. And this one for me.
ساوى القرآن زدني الذكر.
Well done. So you got there in the end. So this ya over here, alif and lam, they're all going to be silent. So we're going to join this dhal with a kasra, with this dhal with a shadda and kasra. So wal Qur'ani dhikr, or dhikri because of the kasra there. So wal Qur'ani dhikri. Just over here. So again, this sad, you're not going to read it as sa, but the full letter you're reading. So sad. Try again.
صاد.
Well done. Excellent. Okay, and can you read 1, 2, 3? Okay, could you read this top one over here for me?
حتى إذا أدركه الغرق.
So again, over here, this dhal, it's got an alif by it. Without the mad saghir, it would just be idha. But now you've added the mad saghir, we're not reading the alif as a separate letter. We're reading as idha, but we're just prolonging the a part. So حتى إذا أدركه الغرق. So, and also I think there's something not quite right towards the end, but just read it again for me, please.
حتى إذا أدركه الغرق.
Okay, well done. So it was just over here, this ra, remember it's just a fatha, so it's just going to be 1 second long. So أدركه الغرق, غرق, okay? Okay, and just read this final one for me, please.
لا را.
So alif you're going to read. So in this case, again, this is this sort of text that you find is usually at the start of a surah. So this is the alif you're going to read, the lam as lam, and ra as ra for 2 seconds because of the vertical fatha. So alif lam ra.
ألف لام را كتاب أحكمت آياته.
Well done. A little bit longer on the ha here because it's inverse dhamma, but otherwise that was well read. So Jazakillah. You are N6102, yes?
Yes.
Okay, Jazakillah. See if I can put you on mute. Okay, look. So let's have one final competitor from Atfal. Okay, raise your hand if you want to read for Atfal and you've not been picked today. Okay, let's have A5. I think. So if you've not had the chance to speak or answer any questions at all, okay, let's have A5113. Okay, A5113. Could you please read from this line over here?
Why? No. I was turning it off the hand. Sorry.
Okay, A5113, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So could you read from over here, please? This line here.
One.
A'udhu billahi bismillah first.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم واتبع ما يوحى إليك واصبر حتى يحكم الله.
Well done. That was really well read considering it was quite a long verse. So just over here, this meme you're joining directly with this lam mushaddad. So yahkumallahu. Just read that part again for me.
يحكم الله
So kumallahu, yahkumallahu.
يحكم الله.
Okay, jazakallah. And you corrected yourself over here, so well done. So this is a waw sakin, this is waw madda. So that was 2 seconds. Yuha. That was all okay. Over here, so I think again you corrected yourself. So this waw is being joined directly to this sad. So this is going to be the blank alif in between. So when we join it, it's going to be wasbir hatta yahkum Allahu. So well done. That was really good effort on that letter, on that line. Sorry. So can you read the next one for me?
Yes. وما كنا عائبين.
So this kunna, make it a bit longer because this is an alif madda. This is going to be 2 seconds. Wama kunna. A bit of emphasis because it's a shadda letter. Wama kunna. Read that first half for me, please.
وما كنا.
Well done. So this letter here, what does it look like? The top half of what part of the letter does that look like?
Looks like a ayn.
Yep, except it's got a dot on. So what's the letter going to be?
Wayn.
Excellent. So when you're reading this all together, it's going to be gha. For at least 4 seconds, you're going to make that long. So when you read it all together, وَمَا كُنَّا غَائِبِينَ. So read it all together for me, please.
كنا عائبين.
Almost there. وَمَا كُنَّا غَائِبِينَ. Read it once more.
وما كنا غائبين.
This noon is a little bit too short. So break it up. وَمَا كُنَّا. Read that half first.
ما كنا
Well done. And then read this second half. غَائِبِينَ.
غائبين.
Well done. That's very good. Okay. Next, this final line for me.
ولقد بوأنا بني إسرائيل
إلى مبوّع.
مبوأ الصدق.
Well done. So that's almost there. So a couple of things. So this alif over here, do you know what this sign is just above the alif? What's this?
Sakun.
Yeah, well done. So the way that we're going to read it, when you have a sukoon or a jazm above the alif, it's a bit of a jerking sound. So you read it bawwa. So the sound is going to be wa. Okay, so وَلَقَدْ بَوَّأْنَا. Just read that part of the word for me.
ولقد بوأنا.
So I think you're separating some letters. So وَلَقَدْ بَوَّأْنَا.
ولقد بوأنا.
Well done. That's a lot better. And this is quite straightforward. Bani.
بني.
This over here, again, this alif, we're not reading it as a separate alif. It's part of this ra alif. So, Bani Isra'ila.
بني إسرائيل. Alif.
Ila.
Ila.
So this is a Hamza and it's got the same sound as an alif. Hamza with kasra. Isra'ila.
Isra'ila.
Mubawwa'a sidqin.
Mabawwa. Asakin.
Jazakallah. That was really well read. That was a tough one to read, so well done. So as we have come to the end of the class, we're just going to go and finish off our prayers. I hope this was a helpful exercise. There are lots of tricky ones in there, so well done. Tomorrow, inshallah, we're going to carry on with our revision session and we'll carry on with our quiz. So what I will do is, as we've come to the end of the class, I will total up the marks, and at the beginning of tomorrow's lesson, your teacher will tell you how many points each team has got. So let's move back very quickly, and I know N6103 is desperate to read, so I will let her read the final prayer. Okay, N6103, could you please read this concluding prayer for us?
Okay. The first one or the second one?
It's all part of one prayer, so if you read both of the lines, starting from here.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم ارحمني بالقرآن العظيم واجعله لي إماما ونورا وهدى ورحمة.
Jazakillah. And the translation, please.
O Allah, have mercy on me through the great Quran, and make it for me the leader, the light, the guidance, and the mercy.
Jazakumullah. That was really well read. So we will now end the class, and inshallah we will see you tomorrow 7 p.m. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.